getting to the root cause of why we do not have clarity. I don't care if you're 80 or 18. At some point in your life, you're going to seek clarity, and we should not be making decisions. A lot of our decisions that we make are not based off of clarity. A lot of decisions we make are based off feelings and emotions. And we talk to ourselves and we tell ourselves lies, that this is the best it's going to be. I've lived as long as I'm going to live. My better years are behind me. So these are the things that we've been taught, and these old cliche words have been passed on to us, and we believe them. So we're going to change that narrative right now, and understand that we're absolutely in control of some things, of most things, right? Life will life, but we can take control over the part that we should take control over, and we're going to dive into that. One of the things I want to do is I want to ask that you hold 3 fingers up, right? Hold three fingers up, right? And here's the thing. This is what I want to ask you. These fingers represent things that are quietly running your life, right? Hold 3 fingers up, right? And one of these fingers is going to be who owns your attention, or what owns your attention, right? Let's talk about that. What owns your attention? Is it your phone? Is it the news? Or is it other people's business? What holds your attention? And let's be honest. What owns your attention? Is it your phone, the news, or other people's business? For some of us, it's all 3. But here's the thing. When you think about these 3 fingers that you're holding up, ask yourself, which one of these holds the most of your attention out of the 3? Your phone, the news, or other people's business? And think about that. That's something to think about. And I'm going to pause for a second for you to think about that. And if you're brave enough, put it in the chat. So the question was, what are the 3 things that hold your attention the most? Is it your phone? Is it the news? Is it other people's business? And be honest with yourself when you answer that question. Some of us struggle with all of them. And we're going somewhere with this, because this is probably why we don't have the clarity that we think. And this is what's important. Whatever owns your attention eventually owns your direction. So if you're going in the wrong direction in life, or if you feel like you're stuck in a position where you're not moving forward, you have to ask yourself, what is holding my attention? This is very important. Your life is not the result of one big decision. It's really not. Your life is not the result of one big thing that occurred. Your life basically is the result of 1,000 little things that have happened over a period of years. And that's how we end up becoming this specimen that we are today. We were built by circumstances, life occurrences, decisions that were made. A bunch of small decisions were made that created us and made us who we are. So we have to assume responsibility for some of the decisions that we have made. So the question I want you to ask yourself right now is, what decision have you been postponing? Keep in mind that delayed decisions become permanent roommates. Remember, the decision that you have not made, that you need to make, is a decision. So to not make a decision is a decision. So the fact that we're here listening to one another, that means that we all at some point have been through a storm, going into a storm, or coming out of a storm. Make a decision to continue regardless of the storm. I realize the more I postpone things that are important to me, the less clarity I have. I always find time for entertainment, find time for foolishness and other people's stuff and to watch the news. But a lot of us don't have our own clarity. And I think because a lot of us are not focusing on the things that are most important to us. But I believe this conversation is very important. So if you know someone that needs to hear it, please let them know about it. It's the Clarity Project by Richard Adams. So I got a question for you, and then I'm gonna play my next song. But here's a question that is very important. If the excuses that you had were mitigated and there was nothing to stop you from going after it or doing what you need to do, whatever came to your mind first is the real issue that you probably are not dealing with, probably related to fear. I just want to know, what is the difference between a mirror and a window? What is the difference between a mirror and a window? Put it in the chat. Let me see, I look good. Okay, mirror. Right, so simple answer. This is my perspective, and thank you for yours. A mirror helps you see yourself for who you are, exactly who you are. A window helps you see the possibilities, right? So with our eyes, there are two things that we can do, and we don't really understand sometimes the purpose of our eyes. That's if you can see. And when you look into a mirror, you actually are seeing with your eyes. When you look out of a window, a lot of times you can look beyond what you see. You can use your vision. The vision of you depicting where you could be, where you should be. It's like looking down the block. You could see where you normally walk when you walk down the block. When you're looking outside and you can see the mailbox, you have vision. You can see where you can go. You can see the direction. You have vision. Vision is what our imagination allows us to expand on. It could be limitless in possibilities. When you look at the mirror, you see yourself for who you are. But they're both important, because before you can really have true vision, you must look at yourself first. Flawed in all. Mistakes, confusion, regret, harm, brokenness, scars, marks, tattoos, everything that you are in a mirror is what stepped in the room. The mirror gives you raw data. The window helps you see the possibility. Anyone ever looked out the window and said, looks like it's gonna rain? It's an overcast. It looks like it's hot. It looks this way, right? So the possibilities are in your imagination, right? So, but in order to have true vision sometimes, and we're talking about vision as far as not seeing as possibilities, you must first look at yourself, because you're going to take you wherever you go. And see, this is the important thing about the mirror, is wherever you go, there's a mirror in every hotel. There's a mirror in every bathroom. There's a mirror everywhere you go. You will take you everywhere you go. But if you ever on a bus, a train, or an airplane, and you're looking out the window, you know at some point the possibilities of getting to your destination is based on your belief system. A lot of times you could see things. You can see things with vision, but a mirror, you have to see yourself first. And this is where on the airplane, you have to take care of you first. So it's going to be hard for you to take care of anybody else the way that you should or could if you haven't taken care of yourself. Look in the mirror, and your mirror tells you the truth. Embrace every scar, everything that has ever happened to you, and free yourself of all the burdens of life that society has put on you. And look at yourself and understand there was no mistake made with you. You have got to understand who you are by looking at yourself, flawed and all, and stop being so hard on yourself. A lot of things we didn't do to ourselves. And I'm going to free some of you right now with this next comment I'm about to make. See, the reason why a lot of us need therapy is because the person that caused us to need therapy never got it. So this is the reason why we need therapy, because those sometimes that have trauma, that never dealt with the trauma, never sought therapy, eventually transferred that pain and those circumstances into other people, causing them to need therapy. So if you're seeing a therapist or you need to see a therapist, I can tell you what I believe. It's because of a result of someone not seeking it. And that's a word. Is serious. You know, there's so many dynamics to life that we go through. And there's so many, and I call this the investigation because we don't solve a lot of our own problems. We don't get to the root of a lot of our problems. And some of it is systemic. Some of it is generational. There's trauma that's undealt with. And it causes us sometimes to look at ourselves quite differently than what we should. And this is why it's important to be able to look in the mirror and be your authentic self. And sometimes you have to talk to yourself and understand that your confidence could come from you looking into the mirror. And once you embrace what's in the mirror, then you can have true vision. Because I believe some of us, this is the truth, I think social media has robbed us of our reality. Social media has robbed us of the truth. Social media has robbed us of the ability to have patience with ourselves. We look at people perfect life and then we want to be like them, not recognizing that that person posted that perfect post after 30 takes that were wrong, and what you saw was the one that was right. So we need to stop judging ourselves. Some of us spend so much time judging ourselves based on our new economy of life, which is social media, which is real. And it's an epidemic with the way that we put pressure on ourselves, because socially we are challenged to keep up with what we believe is normal, but it's really rehearsed before it's posted. And this is why I like to do these lives, because this is not recorded. This is a real thing, right? So we got to be very mindful to stop judging yourself. Stop judging yourself and understand that everything that happened to you may not be your fault, but your response is completely up to you. How you choose to move forward, you need to take accountability for that. I just want to make sure that we're not spending too much time judging ourselves. And then also, let's not spend so much time in the mirror that we don't pay attention on what's on the outside of the window. How many doors did those shoes stand in front of that you should have walked through? How many opportunities that those shoes walked past that you didn't take advantage of? How many places have those shoes been that you didn't make that turn and you didn't go down that pathway? How many places those shoes been that you could have gotten a yes from? How many opportunities did we walk past? Not only that, the other side of that is how many bad situations did we walk away from? Just think about it. You know, we go through life, walking in a passage through life, through so many channels, through so many places, through so many opportunities. And a lot of times we have a lot of opportunities right before us, but we just won't take the necessary step because fear keeps us at a place where we won't walk through those doors. In some cases, we won't even walk. You know what I'm saying? So ask yourself, how many doors do you think you've stood in front of without realizing they were unlocked? Like, fear does not unlock doors. Fear is not a key, right? Fear convinces us not to turn the handle. Fear convinces us not to walk down that pathway. And for all of our people that want to be real bosses, real successful, real healthy, ask yourself, right? How many of us are praying to get to the penthouse, but afraid to get on the elevator? How many of us really rely on GPS? And this is going to be an interactive next couple of minutes. How many of us, if you're brave enough, really rely on GPS? Put a 1 in the chat, or let me know in the chat if you really depend on GPS. And it's no hook or gotcha type of answer. But I'm gonna wait till some of these answers come in. How many of y'all really rely on GPS? Because I'm going somewhere with this. And I'm gonna play a song while these answers come in. I know I'm guilty of 100%. Without it, I am really, 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 really lost. But while the answers come in, I'm gonna play this next track. It's called, which one I'll play? On the Way Up. On the Way Up. But the question is, how many of us really rely on GPS? I'm going somewhere with this, and I'm gonna wait till the answers come in so I can read them all. Michelle says she uses it until it takes her in circles. Anybody remember those free AAA maps? Some of y'all still get them. Some of us cannot read a map. No offense. I bet you Vera don't even know that AAA gives free maps. She probably don't even know what AAA. She probably think it's a towing service. I'm just keeping it 100, right? So where am I going at this point? Listen, here's the thing. The question is, and this is about self-belief, self-doubt, and really, really relying on yourself. Like, has your GPS ever said recalculating? Most of our GPS, if we made the wrong turn, we turned too soon, it says recalculated. But it never called us a failure. It never quit on us. It simply keep finding a new route. So our navigation system, regardless of how many wrong turns that we make, it continues to reroute to give other opportunities, to give other suggestions. Even when you ignore it and keep going, it continues to reroute. It never quits on you. It never calls you silly. It never calls you dumb. It never calls you a failure. It simply keeps rerouting. So my question is, why do we give ourselves less grace than our GPS? Why do we not give ourselves enough grace? We can make one decision that puts us in a downward spiral, and we refuse to recalculate. We can get into one bad relationship and refuse to love again. We can have one bad thing happen and we refuse to recalculate. So my question is, how could you give so much grace to so many other things, right? But not give grace to yourself? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scenario situations that may have occurred in your life shouldn't change the rest of your life. You should simply recalculate. And I'm going to read the comments because it's going to be interesting to hear your perspective on this. A GPS, ChatGPT, always keep trying to get it right. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, GPS, there's nothing in technology will ever say anything negative about us because it know we will take care of that ourselves. Listen, if you haven't caught the episodes 1 through 4, please go to YouTube. Renee put it in the chat, in both chats. My YouTube channel, I don't even know what it is. It's at Coach Rich, but don't quote me. Renee's going to put it in the chats. Check it out. Go back. Minus the music, it's just straight questions, and it's an easier thing to watch. So we were speaking about debating whether or not GPS gives us more grace than we give ourselves, and I'm going to say yes, because what GPS does, it just keeps recalculating. It just keeps believing that we can get there. GPS keeps giving us the format to get to the destiny, and it will not quit on us like we quit on us. It will not call us dumb like we do it to ourselves. It won't quit. It continues to give us grace. My question is, why won't you give yourself that grace? You can recalculate every second, every moment. Every second, every moment. You can recalculate. I don't care what happened, what the losses are, how many L's you took, how many bad relationships, how many people don't like you, how many deficits that you have, how much debt you're in, right? How many people you're not speaking to. You can always recalculate. So keep that with you. And here's some notes that you can take with you. Before tonight is over, I just want you to own at least one thing. Own it. Take accountability. Take responsibility. You know what that thing is. Own it. Because if you don't own it and you don't possess it, you cannot repair it. You cannot fix what you don't own. There is no solution for something you do not possess. So if you don't believe you possess a problem and you don't take ownership of it, there's no way you can get better at it. So before you go to bed, own one thing. I need to. I should. It's time to own at least one thing. Not 10, not 5. Own one thing. Because it's the little things that create the big opportunities. Here's another thing. With the exception of this show, remove one distraction from your life. All right? Not forever, for 7 days. It might end up being forever. But tonight, remove one distraction, with the exception of this show. Remove one distraction. Either delete it, mute it, turn it off, right? Not forever. Just remove that distraction. If you're married and your distraction is your spouse, I'm not talking about that. That might be a little troublesome. I'm saying remove one distraction. I don't know if it's your phone. And when I say phone, I'm talking about it always ringing. Somebody's on the other end of it, or you getting stuck in a program or software, or you get stuck watching the news too much and it consumes you, right? Remove one distraction. What is always getting in the way, all right? Here's another nugget that's going to help us right away. And I'm asking you to do this for 7 days, all right? Start one uncomfortable conversation. And I know some of us are not brave enough to do that. One uncomfortable conversation, Tara. One uncomfortable conversation, LRD. One uncomfortable conversation. Does someone owe you? Do you have something you need to talk about? Are you bothered by something? Is there something on your chest? Do you need to get to a place that someone is in the way of you reaching that destination? You get what I'm saying? Have one uncomfortable conversation. I'm not saying confrontation. I'm not saying argument, but one uncomfortable conversation, like one phone call. Maybe you need to apologize, or maybe you need to give someone an opportunity to apologize to you. Maybe you need to follow up on an application that you haven't heard back from. Maybe you need to write a credit company where you've been denied, or you need to have something removed, or you need to talk to someone. You get what I'm saying? Let's just do one thing that takes us a little bit out of our comfort. Is there a proposal that you didn't write that you need to send off? Is there a text that you need to shoot off? Is there an email? Is there a conversation you need to have? Do that. I'm telling you. This is not motivation. This is not even inspiration. This is self-improvement. It's evidence that will help us get to true transformation, right? So ask yourself this question before you go to bed. What evidence supports my next move? What evidence shows that I'm doing the things that's necessary to get to where I need to be? What evidence supports that? And think about that for the rest of the week, right? Here's the thing. And I was talking to someone who shall remain anonymous today. All of you information hoarders, stop collecting information. A lot of us are just collecting information, data, looking at this live, looking at this, hearing this speech, taking this course, following this podcast, like so much information, following inspiration, motivation. All of that is so important, but we're collecting all this data and doing absolutely nothing with it. Your brain is filled with information. They say that the more you learn and the more information that you receive, the smarter you are. I think the smart people take a little bit of information and make big decisions. That's what I believe the smart people do. They take enough information and they execute, while others are constantly receiving information, collecting data. You're in the laboratory prison. You're literally locked up in the laboratory of collecting data. You got enough information. Show me some evidence. Like I said, you want to know exactly who you are? Show me your calendar. Show me your bank account. Show me your credit report. Show me your habits. And this will tell me exactly who you are. Because what I won't see is information. Right? The evidence is what I will see. So the evidence tells the truth. And the evidence is when you look in the mirror and see yourself for who you actually are. And once you recalculate if needed, then you can have vision. Look out the window. Don't get stuck looking out the window. Get out the door. Get after it. There's nobody that you're in more debt with than yourself. You owe you. Yeah, so listen, the crux, make sure you go back to YouTube. I'm going to post this show. Check out the 4 episodes. This is the 5th one. We'll cut out all the music and just get to the point. But listen, what's most important that you do not forget to give yourself more grace than your navigation system. It will continue to calculate. It will continue to recalculate. No matter how many wrong turns you make, your navigation system will give you grace. Give yourself grace. And for those of you who are hoarders and that are retaining and keeping information, you are not going to change until you execute the information. So stop being a person that constantly collect information and do absolutely nothing with it. That means that you are in prison. You are in information prison. Release yourself. You're allowed to be free. Tomorrow is a brand new day. Recalculate and get clarity. Tomorrow's a brand new day. Recalculate. Every moment and every turn and every time you do something that is not on par, you can recalculate. So get out of prison. Get out of the incarceration that you put yourself in. Let's work on self-development, self-improvement, clarity. Do not forget the assignments. The assignment is let's remove, at least for 7 days, things that distract us, right? Let's make a phone call that we are preventing. Let's have an apology that we need to have. Send in the application. All right. If you got rejected, find out why. Send that proposal. Don't be intimidated. Send it. Send that text message. Send that email. Make that phone call. And remove the things that are distracting you. Not all of them. Remove one thing that's distracting you. Mute it. Turn it off. Not forever. For about 7 days. And let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. And then own something that you should be holding yourself accountable for. I'm too much this. I shouldn't eat that. I shouldn't have said that. I need to do these things. Own it. Own it. Because you cannot repair what you don't possess. So if you don't own it, you can't fix it. It's like putting your car in the shop, right? They can only fix it if you take it to the mechanic. But you got to accept that there's a problem with it. So if you keep driving with a problem, eventually there'll be a breakdown. And it'll be just you, right? At least if you're navigating this thing called life, you can always recalculate. Worst case scenario, you pull out your AAA map and you find your way. You're never lost. Sometimes you're just going in the wrong direction. You're never lost. Find out the direction you need to be going. All right? So it's been a rich lounge production. This is Clarity Investigation number 5. Go to YouTube if you haven't watched the other 4. They are invigorating, life-changing information that will really, really make a difference if you're being honest with yourself. All right? Own something, recalculate, all right, and remove at least one thing that is a major distraction. Make this promise and keep it, and I'll keep mine. Until next Tuesday, episode 6 is going to be amazing. I'm going to pull it all together, and let me tell you something. It's going to be life-changing, and these nuggets are absolutely no cost money back guaranteed. This is the project I've been working on to help us get clarity, and I'm taking this on tour. So you are the first to experience this clarity project, and this is episode 5. Make sure you bring a friend and other people with you for episode 6, because it's the final one and it's the finale, and you're going to love it.